So beautiful to be with you all. We're going to be in here instead of in the garden, starting from now with the beautiful rains. So we'll be gathering in here in the evenings. It's so wonderful to be together. We'll start, as always, with a question that comes in advance from our online family, those joining through the beautiful gifts of technology. And then we'll open it up to any questions that anyone here has. So there's a mic here. And if you have a question, just chahe English mein, chahe Hindi mein, just come and you can ask your question. Starting with one of those that has come in advance. Is 71, I'm 71, and is 71 too late to begin seriously on the spiritual path, as I am determined to do so, but I am not sure of my physical strengths and my mental capabilities? And this is asked by Arun Koshal. There is no age that is too young or too old to start on your spiritual path. The moment that you have consciousness is the moment you should start. The moment that you realize that you are looking for something deeper, more real, more lasting, more true. The moment you realize that a nice ice cream cone or a pizza or a movie or a new sweater or a new car isn't going to be the answer to that which ails you, that it's not going to bring you the happiness, the peace, the meaning, the fulfillment in life, the minute that you realize that, that's the moment to begin your spiritual path. You don't need any physical strength. Bete, lete. There's no spiritual weights you have to lift. Nothing you've got to bench press. Nothing is needed. You don't have to walk miles and miles or climb up mountains. You don't even need that much mental capability. Yeah, as we get older, mental capacities can decrease. But that's also not that important. God is not taking your test of math or science or vocabulary or geography. Mujhe yaad hai in 6th grade, we had to learn all of the capitals of all of the states of America. And in 6th grade, matlab I was only, 10, 11, maybe 12. I could tell you like this, every single state of every single capital of every single state of all of the 50 states of America, like this. Today, I couldn't even list all the 50 states. Unki capitals, the bahut dur ki baat hai. But it doesn't matter. God's not taking your test. Yes, we forget things as we get older. Yes, we lose some of that cognitive ability. It's okay. It's the universe's way of saying you've done enough math problems. You've memorized enough facts. You've done enough. Now go inward. So don't worry about your physical capacities, your mental capacities. Just be there. Just be there. Connect deeply inward. Connect in with the divine. Go within. Connect with that source of truth, of light, of divinity within you. कोई बात नहीं, संदीप जी छोड़िएगा, बैठ जाइएगा, हो गया. जो भी कार्ड नहीं बाद में कर लीजिएगा ना. Connect deep within. The spiritual path has no prerequisites. One of the most important teachings is there are no prerequisites. There is nothing that God demands, requires in order to connect with you. Nothing at all. Just you. Just be there. The moment you say, I am ready, is the moment it happens. But you've got to be there. The problem for most of us is we sit down to meditate and 100 thoughts come in our mind. We start making shopping lists. We start remembering all of that which happened. And focus. If your attention is there, if your intention is there, and your focus is there, that's all you need. धन्यवाद. उनका पहले दिन है इसी हॉल में, इसलिए वो सब लाइट्स को पता नहीं है, साउंड का वो फिगर आउट हो रहा है सब. Don't worry, from tomorrow everything will be set. Just be there. Grace has no discrimination. The spiritual path has no prerequisites. Has nothing to do with what you can do, how much you earn, what your skills are, what your abilities are, anything at all. All that is required is you show up with attention. If the mind wanders, bring it back. It wanders, bring it back. It wanders, bring it back. Stay focused in the meditation, stay focused in your japa. And 71, by the way, is a great time of life to start giving back. Because giving back is one of the most important pieces. Seva, karma yoga, service. I was speaking last night somewhere, just in the last couple, about the importance of giving back, of seva, for connecting spiritually. 71 is a great time. Your responsibilities are done. Jo bhi paisa kamana tha kamaya. You've earned, you've done your family responsibilities, you've built the house, you've had the kids, you've raised them, you've educated them. This is exactly the right time to focus even more on, okay, I'm in my landing phase of life. When you're on an airplane, there's 3 phases: takeoff, flying, landing. Landing phase, if you talk to pilots, is the most difficult. The most difficult. Landing is the time when the most number of things can go wrong. In life also. Once you're 71, God bless you, you should live to 120 like our Vedas say. But whether you've got 50 more years of life left, or 10 more years, or 30 more years, whatever it is, you are in that landing phase of life. And it's the time of life to really focus on who is the me? Who is the me who's not going to die? The body's gonna go. The brain's gonna go. All of my skills, all of my abilities, everything is gonna go. Every muscle I've ever built, it's gonna go. What is that that doesn't go? Soul, spirit, consciousness, our subtle bodies, man, buddhi, ahankar, that travels with the soul, the sukshma sharir. This is why sadhana, it's why seva, it's why we purify our minds. Because it goes with the soul. It's not, man to aisa hai in this life, koi baat nahi, next life I'll get a different one. It's coming back with you. It's coming back with you. So this is the time to really focus on what is that I'm taking with me. What is that going with me? Who is that going? Because the other thing that goes with you is your karma, what you've done. We're young, we make mistakes, but once you're 71, you're at the age beyond being able to make excuses for childish mistakes. There's some clarity that's expected. There's some maturity that's expected. Some power of discrimination, viveka, that's expected to be able to make the right decisions. And to use as much time as you have to serve and to serve and to serve and to serve and to leave that lasting legacy of what you've brought to this planet. So, those of you who just walked in, it's a question from a beautiful brother, a spiritual seeker named Arun Koshal, who asked whether 71 was too old to start his spiritual path. It's the exact perfect time. And if you're 51 or 21 or 11, it's also the perfect time. However old you are in exactly this moment, it's exactly the right time. Just start. Beautiful. Questions? Any question anyone here has, you can just come up to the mic. Don't be shy. All right, well, okay, come, great. Wonderful. Just come up to the mic so then everybody can hear you.
Hello. मैम ऐसे कौन से साइन होते हैं कि हमें लगे कि हम स्पिरिचुअल जर्नी के लिए बने हैं, हमारे माइंड में कुछ ऐसा आता है या कुछ सिम्टम्स आते हैं, जैसे आपने स्टार्ट करी तो आपको कैसा फील हुआ? जैसे मुझे भी आते हैं, फिर मैं सोचती हूँ कि मेरे पास ऐसी गाड़ी हो, मेरे पास ऐसा फ़ोन हो, ये सारी चीज़ों में मैं फिर से चली जाती हूँ, फिर मैं छोड़ देती हूँ, पर ये चलती है बंद होती है, चलती है बंद होती है, तो मैं इस चीज़ को कैसे ओवरकम करूँ? मैं सोचती हूँ कि सब कुछ छोड़ दूँ, मतलब कि श्री कृष्ण के उसमें, मतलब कि उनकी तरफ चली जाऊँ, फिर भी डिस्ट्रैक्शन इतनी होती है, तो मैं कैसे जानूँ कि मैं क्या हूँ, मैं चाहती क्या हूँ, मुझे यही नहीं पता चल रहा.
Beautiful, beautiful. So, for those of you who didn't understand, she's asked, how do we know if we are made for the spiritual path? I think I am, I want to be. I get on the path, it's going well, then I get distracted, there's so many distractions. I want a nice car, I want a phone, I want these things. How do you even know what you're made for? तो सबसे पहले चीज़, we are all made for the spiritual path. Sabhi. If you have a human body, you are made for a spiritual path. वो लिखे रखो. We were speaking last night about the purpose of our human birth. We are all made for it. However,
कभी लगता है कि अगर स्पिरिचुअल जर्नी में है तो जैसे दूसरी चीज़ों की तरफ ना जाएं, वो गिल्ट फील होता है कि मैं ऐसा क्यों सोच रही हूँ. जब भगवान की पूजा भी कर रहे हैं तो अलग अलग थॉट्स आ रहे हैं, गलत भी आते हैं, मैं बता नहीं सकती, तो ऐसा गिल्टी फील होता है कि हम ऐसे क्यों हैं. भगवान है तो हम शुद्ध हो जाने चाहिए ना, गंगा की तरह.
I will give you a promise. I will give you a promise. Look around the room. अभी सबको देखिएगा. Look around. सभी को इस तरफ उस तरफ सबको देखिएगा. Beautiful. और अगर आप आश्रम में जाके and you walk around the whole ashram and you look at everybody, I promise you, everyone, when they sit for puja, they sit for meditation, thoughts come. Thoughts come. In the beginning they come more. As you get more and more practiced in your meditation, thoughts come less. You learn how to find the space between them. But thoughts come to everybody. Pujya Swamiji ko chhod gaye.
My last question to you. मैम ऐसा क्या था जब आपको लगा कि आप इस चीज़ के लिए बने हो? जैसे आप अमेरिका से हो, हमारा कल्चर आपने अपनाया और हम यहाँ हो के भी ऐसे नास्तिक जैसे टाइप के हैं, ठीक है? तो आप में कैसे ये चीज़ आई?
उसमें मैं आ जाती हूँ 1 मिनट में. पहले आपका उससे पहले वाले प्रश्न, क्योंकि ये बहुत जरूरी है. That guilt that she feels when she's meditating and doing puja, ki thoughts are coming in, even wrong thoughts. I mean, imagine you're sitting in front of God in puja and you're having some wrong thought, some negative thought. कोई बात नहीं बेटा, आ जाओ. It's okay. You have some negative thought, some thought of anger or greed or lust or revenge or negativity, और वो भी भगवान के सामने, तो naturally guilty feel होता है.
ऐसा लगता है कितने पापी हूँ मैं.
Yes, what you are, पापी नहीं है, human है, human है. This is part of the package deal of human life. आप भगवद गीता को पढ़ो. 700 verses of the Bhagavad Gita are Bhagwan Krishna teaching us how to live with the human condition. Not how to overcome our humanity, not how to leave our humanity aside, how to live in the human condition with a monkey mind, with anger, with greed, with how to work with these things. They come, it is natural. It is part of the package deal of human life. It's there. Now the question becomes, Tika samne hai. Anger is there, greed is there. What do I do? What are our thoughts? Thoughts hai kya? Batao? Hai kya thoughts? What are your thoughts anyway?
Thoughts?
हाँ, है क्या? वो जो विचार आते हैं, क्या है?
जैसे मेरा कोई एम्प्लॉई है.
No, I don't mean describe them. I'm asking on a scientific level.
Okay.
विचार है क्या? कहाँ से आते हैं? है क्या? What are they? What's our thoughts? Because this is true for all of us.
I
Thoughts
can't
come.
tell you, but
मैं बताऊं. Thoughts है क्या? Thoughts are chemical and electrical patterns in your brain. That's all they are.
maybe sexual thought.
नहीं, वो आप चिंता मत करिएगा. Don't worry which thoughts. मैं ये नहीं पूछ रही हूँ कि कौन सी thoughts.
Okay.
Any thought.
Okay.
Whether it's anger, whether it's lust, whether it's greed, whether it's generosity and compassion, whatever thought it is a chemical and electrical pattern of behavior in your brain. That is all it is. It is a physical reaction in the brain. It's not you. And why does it happen in the brain? 1,000 reasons. Thoughts come based on food you eat, TV you watch, movies you see, some post you saw on social media, कोई WhatsApp, किसी ने आपको एक WhatsApp भेजा, आपने खोल के देखा, उसका thought अंदर चला गया. You see some billboard as you're driving home, that goes inside. Somebody says something to you, that goes inside. And as things go inside, they create these patterns in our brain. It is not you.
तो मतलब कि फाइनली मुझे क्लीन करना पड़ेगा जो फीडिंग हो रही है.
Exactly. So this is what's going on in the brain. How do we clean it?
बट हर
सबसे पहले
कैसे हम इस चीज को
बता रही हूँ. First, you recognize कि I am not that. Most important. फिर ये guilt चले जाएगी. Guilt is toxic. Guilt is toxic. Guilt makes you feel like मैं पापी हूँ. I am a bad person. When you feel like you are a bad person, कभी ध्यान में नहीं बैठोगे. क्योंकि फिर मैं तो हूँ पापी. फायदा क्या है? Why even bother? I'm a lustful person. I'm a greedy person. Why bother? I'm not meant for these things. Why bother? छोड़ो उसको. तो सबसे पहले बात, you are not your thoughts. You are not your thoughts. मैं अपने विचार नहीं हूँ. Okay? Then I can work with them. It's like imagine every night when you go to sleep, you have a stomach ache. हवा निकल रहे from your mouth, from पीछे से हर जगह से हवा निकल रहे, पेट में दर्द. Okay. Eventually you get tired of having the pain in your stomach. And you ask, क्यों हो रहा है? Why is it happening? And you realize, because what I'm eating in my dinner time is making me sick. It's disrupting me. I'm eating heavy food, fried food, sweet food. I'm eating too much lasan, pyaj, all these things that don't digest well. Let me eat a sattvic dinner so that my stomach is good. ठीक इसी तरह से मन को क्या खराब कर रहा है? What are you taking in? Not just from your mouth, from your eyes, from your ears. What are you watching? What are you listening to? What music do you listen to? Who do you follow on social media? Which WhatsApp groups are you in? किस किस की WhatsApp खोल रहे हैं?
I'm a doctor. मैं डॉक्टर की वीडियो देखती हूँ, फिर भी I don't know कैसे.
Wonderful. Sadhviji, I promise, it's coming in. वो आ रहे हैं. कुछ पुराने संस्कार भी हैं, ये भी हैं. But now the way to clean it, mantra jap, through mantra, through bhav. As those thoughts come, you look at it, you say neti neti, not this, I am not this. And then you return the mind, I am the divine. Aham brahmasmi. Aham brahmasmi. Or if bhakti is, if you are more from a bhakti field, मैं दासी हूँ. Doesn't matter. Aham brahmasmi ya मैं दासी हूँ. Either way, either I am the divine, I am one with, inseparable from the ultimate reality, or just I am a devotee of God. Either way, doesn't matter. Chahe bhakti or advaita ki or, it doesn't matter what path you're going on. But as soon as you realize neti neti, I am not that thought, return your mind, what are you? You are divine. You are divine. That's who you are. You are inseparable from God. You are soul. You are consciousness. You are divinity. You are not a random thought. So you keep allowing the awareness to anchor in with that pureness of the soul, the light of the soul. The soul is just awareness. Look, you have a thought, you're the one aware of the thought. You smell something, you're the one aware of the smell. You eat something, you are the one aware. The object you're aware of keeps changing. But you, the one that is aware, is the same. Hana? Now I am aware of a lustful thought. Now I am aware of a good thought. Now I am aware of nice music. You are the one who is aware. Keep coming back to that and practice purifying your thoughts with japa, with seva. You said you're a doctor. Let your doctor be your seva. As you are treating patients, see God in them. जिससे आप मिलते हैं, can you treat them truly like भगवान कृष्णा? स्वयं
फिर मैं पैसे कैसे लूंगी? कृष्ण भगवान से तो ले ही नहीं पाऊंगी ना।
देखिए हम लोग अभी आज ही अपनी जया किशोरी जी का कथा शुरू हुई। उसी कथा में ही भगवान कृष्ण ने क्या किया? वो सारे जो गिफ्ट्स देना था, जो सारे सामान, सारा माल जो देना था, वो स्वयं पहुंचवा दिया। Krishna was the one who brought all the gifts, everything that needed to be given to the future in-laws. He became the delivery person. Don't worry about taking money. You need that to live. Don't allow the mind to be thinking money, money, money. That will never bring you happiness. Serve from just nishkam bhav. You're a doctor, you're going to be paid anyway. It's part of the package deal. You work, you will get money. But see Krishna in all. And that which comes, use the money, feed yourself, feed your family. But don't allow your mind to be focused on the money. Let your mind be focused on the service. And you will see, the mind will become calm. The meditation will happen. That experience of stillness will come in, and you will realize that you are here for a spiritual path.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Beautiful.
Last question.
Ajay, you asked me. Yes.
Your spiritual journey.
Yes. So, मैंने कैसे महसूस किया? How did I realize? I had never thought about it. मैं 25 साल की थी. I was only 25. भारत में आया backpack को लेकर, बस घूमने के लिए. I was in the middle of a PhD program and I just came on a vacation. But I had such a powerful experience standing on the banks of Ma Ganga. I didn't even know Ganga was sacred. कुछ भी मालूम नहीं था. But I stood on the banks of her waters, Ma Ganga ka darshan kiya, and my life changed. In that moment, I knew.
What are the thoughts?
There were no thoughts. There were no thoughts. For weeks I had no thoughts. In fact, I could barely speak. All I could say was, oh my God, it's so beautiful. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. Thoughts will end automatically when you merge into that divine oneness. Into that divine oneness. The thoughts automatically will cease. You've just got to allow yourself to get out of your head into the heart, into the source of the being. Just keep going farther down from the head to the heart. And then we have this chakra here called the Swadhisthana chakra. It's where we do our meditation from. It's about 2 inches below your navel. And it literally means, Swadhisthana literally means the place of the self. Agar aap yahan se apni shwas lenge, take the breath from there, yahan se hi dhyan karenge, taking the breath up, bringing it up to the third eye, letting it come back down. You anchor yourself here. Slowly, slowly the thoughts will get less and less and less and less. It's hanging out here in the brain that kills us. Thoughts come, don't push them away, but just allow yourself to drop back deeply. Isliye maine kaha ki jap karo. You are an overthinker. It's okay. Most of us are.
That's true.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're a doctor, you know you are. Anybody who's achieved a high academic degree, it only happens because we are overthinkers. Our brain is a very well exercised muscle. But the rest of our muscles, we don't use so much. So you recognize, okay, I've used this muscle my whole life. Let me shift. Let me shift to feeling my heart. Let me feel that love for all. Shift into that experience of love for God. And then that love of God for all. And then you drop deeper into that Swadhisthana chakra. That just experience of the source of yourself. ठीक है? करके देखो. फिर वापस आके बताओ.
Definitely.
Done. Wonderful.
Can I take your blessing?
Always. Jai Shri Krishna.
Thank you so much.
How we can feel and visualize the third eye?
Ah, beautiful. The third eye. First, बाकी लोगों के लिए, what is the third eye? It is an energy center, a chakra, that we call the Agya chakra. It is the center for the power of discrimination, what we call viveka. Now, it's not discrimination in a negative way. It's not the dark and fair, fat or thin, beautiful, ugly, not that discrimination. The power of discrimination between truth and falsehood. What is false? Maya. What do these eyes see? These eyes see form, the projected, manifested reality. What we call Maya. They see shape, they see color, they see all of this. These two eyes see all of this form. But from a deep spiritual perspective, that is illusion. It is Maya. It's the wave of the ocean. The truth is divinity. The third eye is the eye that enables you to see divinity. Now, these eyes are not bad. You need them to navigate your human existence. जब हम यहाँ से उठ के जाएंगे, if you didn't have these eyes, you'd fall all over each other. You would knock the chairs over. I would fall off the stage. We need these eyes. But they don't show us truth. They show us falsehood. They show us कि मैं आपसे अलग हूँ. आप उधर हैं, मैं इधर हूँ. This eye shows us the truth. It shows us the divine in all. It shows us content instead of form. Content instead of packaging. All of this form is just packaging. I have an, American female 53-year-old package. It's wrapped up in an orange sari of a sannyasi. But it's just a package. The content of who I am, the essence of who I am, is not female or white or American or sannyasi or 53. It's divinity. It is not separate or different from the content of you or you or you. It's all the same. It's one. So this third eye is the eye that shows us the truth of who we are and enables us to see the truth in all. Now, the way to work on opening it, there are meditative practices to do. चलो कल हम उसे शुरू करेंगे. कल उसी ध्यान से शुरू करेंगे from the Swadhisthana chakra to the Agya chakra, opening both. The meditations work on opening that eye. But all of our sadhana does. Even if you don't do a specific practice focused on the third eye, anything that you are doing that is focused on seeing the divine in all, that is focused on clearing ignorance, this practice of neti, we're saying, right? We move through the world, somebody says something obnoxious, something mean to us. We say, क्या समझती आप अपने आप को? क्या पता नहीं है कि मैं क्या हूँ? मैं कौन हूँ? This is Maya. The practice of neti teaches us, no, I am not this. I am not this. Somebody looks at us badly or insults us or ignores us, we feel hurt. The practice teaches us neti. I am neither the one they insulted, nor I am the one who feels insulted. I am not this reaction. I am not my drama. I'm not my story. I am not this fluctuation. Of chemicals and electricity in my brain. I am not rag and dvesh. These are just things that happen in the patterns of my brain. It's not who I am. So all of our practices, Gyan Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, all of these practices purify our mind, and they open that third eye. But kal hum usi dhyan se hi shuru karenge also. It's a beautiful, beautiful meditation practice. Yeah, thank you. And you had a question also. Acha, yes, okay, yes.
Aging symptoms like dementia and Alzheimer's can cure by meditation or any yoga procedure?
Great question. Great question. So, as of now, I am not aware of any actual science that has shown that specific meditation or yoga can cure, can reverse it. I believe that it probably could. The problem, of course, is once you've got dementia, it's very hard to start meditating because you've lost, in many ways, the ability to even realize that there's a problem. Like my mom, for example. My mother had a stroke 3 years ago. Very severe brain damage. Has very bad dementia. She's here with me on the banks of Ganga, but she doesn't know she's here. She has no idea that she had a stroke. She has no idea that she doesn't know her name. She has no idea that she doesn't remember anything, which is a great blessing, because if she knew that, she would suffer. But so you couldn't take her and put her through a meditative practice because she doesn't even realize that there's a problem. But I do believe that it would work to prevent it. Maybe not all of it by any means, but we know that rates of dementia, rates of Alzheimer's are increasing more and more with every generation. If you look back 100 years, the rates were almost nothing compared to today. So we know that there is a big aspect of our lifestyle that is contributing to dementia. Almost everybody you talk to today has a family member who's suffering from dementia. A parent, a sibling, a spouse, somebody is suffering. Almost everyone these days. Something about our lifestyle, what we're eating, the stress we're under, the shallowness of our values, our goals, our life priorities, something is creating and causing much more dementia than there used to be. 100 years ago, it was very, very rare. Today, it's everywhere. So I absolutely believe that a sattvic lifestyle, a spiritual lifestyle, a lifestyle that brings peace, oxygen, calmness, divine thoughts to the mind, is absolutely going to help prevent the dementia and the Alzheimer's. I'm not sure of the science to back that, and because I'm a scientist at heart, I always like to talk about actual science. I don't have the science to prove that, but I believe it very deeply. I believe that if you have a very strong meditation practice, we know that meditation changes the brain. That we have the science for. We absolutely know that meditation leads to new neural networks, that it leads to new connections, new synapses, that actually parts of the brain become thicker because there are more neural connections. And since dementia is a loss of neural connections, I absolutely think that yoga and meditation very soon will be proven to be preventative for a lot of that. Whether they can be used afterwards to reverse it, I'm not sure. But I think if you catch it early enough, while somebody's still kind of aware enough to do it, I do believe that it absolutely could help. Yeah, beautiful. Last question. Yes.
Okay, first, thanks for the wisdom and the time you share with us, first of all. I start inquiring myself, my spiritual journey. I started reading some books. One of them is one book of Ramana Maharshi, and maybe I'm not ready for that, but at some point I felt a bit stuck on the concept that actually we don't have free will. Is this true? Not? Or is it a kind of not white, not black, something in the middle?
Okay. There's two different levels that we have to talk about. And this is the stuff that year-long courses are built on. Many, many year-long courses. So to do it in 2 or 3 minutes, I have to just preface it with the fact that I am going to have to give you a very small version of it. Baby version, yeah. No, it's okay, it's okay. 2 levels of existence. Imagine the ocean, okay? Now imagine that that ocean is infinite. That it's not that we have Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, but imagine that we have one ocean, and that ocean is infinite. Now, in the ocean, you have waves. The wave is real in that, on some level, it exists. If you're surfing, you're going to feel the wave. If you're swimming and you're not a good swimmer, you're going to feel the wave. The wave could even drown you and kill you. But at any point of the wave, if you take a dropperful or a spoonful of the wave and you take it back to a science laboratory and you look at it under a microscope, the scientist is going to say ocean, not wave. No matter how big the wave is, small the wave is, fast the wave is, slow the wave is, no matter where in the ocean it is, at the shore, in the middle of the ocean, it never stops being ocean. Even when it looks like a big wave, the ultimate highest truth of that wave is ocean. Okay? You're with me still, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, take that analogy and superimpose it upon us. The ocean, the truth of who you are, is divinity. Ultimate reality, what we call Brahman, that supreme reality. That's the truth of who you are. Unchanging. Unchanging. Eternal. Never born, never dies. That about which Bhagavan Krishna speaks in chapter 2 of the Bhagavad Gita. That upon which, when we pray, Asatoma Sadgamaya, Tamsoma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. That prayer to be led from the darkness of ignorance and falsehood, of this bodily identification, into the light of wisdom and truth, of the realization that we are never born, never change, never die. It's not, oh God, make me immortal, like keep this body alive forever. It's make me realize the truth of who I am is immortal. That truth of you has no free will because it does nothing. Free will implies I'm doing something. I have to choose, Chinese food or Thai food or Indian food. But that's only happening on the level of the wave. It's not happening on the level of the ocean. That truth, unchanged. According to some of the traditions, especially the tradition that Raman Maharishi came from, the Advaita Vedanta tradition, everything other than infinite ocean is considered Maya illusion. You standing there as a man, that is an illusion. Every choice you make, every decision you make, everything you do, it is all an illusion. It's why in so many of the Advaita teachings, instead of focusing on actual spiritual practice of yoga or meditation, it's just a constant pointing back to realize you, realize you, realize you. When you realize you, there's nothing to be done. So on that level, there's no free will, there's no choices, there's no decisions, there's no you even. But then you come to this level of the wave, this level of the body. Now, we can call it Maya, we can call it illusion, sure. And to me, on a personal level, what I feel like is it's been given to us by God. And if God gave it to us, the highest and ultimate purpose of God giving it to us is not for us to ignore it. And the ultimate highest spiritual experience for me on a personal level is to hold both realities simultaneously. To know that on the deepest level, yes, I am nothing but the divine. I didn't come from anywhere, I'm not going anywhere, I'm not doing anything, there's no guilt, there's no nothing, just am, nothing to be done. And I've been given this incredible body. This beautiful body with these arms and these legs and this brain and this strength and compassion and creativity and initiative and resources and opportunities to serve, to help, to heal, to feed. And if God gave me this, surely God gave it to me for a reason. And on that level, we absolutely have free will. That is why all of our scriptures tell us, meditate, do sadhana, do yoga, do seva. Why? If you didn't have free will, why in the world would Bhagavan Krishna spend all of the time that he spent in that chariot with Arjun telling him what to do so that we would get a Bhagavad Gita if neither Arjun nor we had actually any free will whatsoever? There's no point. Then it's just eat, drink, be merry, because anyway you have no free will. But whatever religious tradition you look at in the world, we're always given practices, contemplative practices, introspective practices, practices of studying scripture, of meditating, of praying, of serving. Why? Because that is the best way of using this physical body, this brain, the resources and abilities and skills and time we've been given. And we absolutely have free will. And that's why we purify our mind, because our mind determines how we use our free will. Do you use it to come to satsang, or do you go to the club, or do you just go for pizza, or do you, right? Something in your mind said, satsang. Rishikesh. Right? I mean, you could be dancing in a rave somewhere else in the world right now. Could be boogieing on a dance floor, but you're not. You're here in satsang. Because something in your mind activated, gathering that free will to make a choice. So on those two levels, level of just Brahman, of supreme reality, existence, no free will because there's nothing to be done, nothing's happening. On the level of Maya, this divine Leela, I don't use the word Maya very much because it tends to have a negative connotation. You say, oh, that's just Maya. But this is God's Leela. It's divine, it's God's play. Maya is just the energy through which the play happens. It's not bad at all. We're able to love because of Maya. We're able to watch the sunrise and feel the presence of God because of Maya. We're able to chant kirtan and cry in love for God because of Maya. That's a gift if I've ever heard of one. So yes, you have free will, and as your spiritual path expands, allow it to expand enough that there is also space for you to hold the ultimate truth, that actually at the end of the day, the lover and the beloved and the act of loving and the stage upon which they love is actually all one. Beautiful. Yes. Have a beautiful rest of your evenings, everyone. A beautiful day to our family joining from all over the world online. And I look so forward to seeing you all again tomorrow. Again, for those of you who came in late, this will be where we gather now for satsang. Instead of the garden, we'll be here. So just immediately after the arati, whatever time it ends, come in, and if we didn't have time to take your question today, we'll start with you tomorrow. And so much love to you all.